Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on the time that you get to see this video. This is another day that the Lord has made. We thank God for today. And so we want to continue with our topic that we're discussing on marriage. On marriage. And we've discussed about marriage, what it takes, and then the different types of marriages. And then today we're going to talk about the last one. We said we have three main types of marriages. The first one is the traditional marriage, or we call it African traditional marriage. We went on to discuss the registry, which is, we call it locally the court marriage. And then today we're going to discuss the last one, which is the wedding, the church wedding, or the American or the Western traditional marriage, as we call it. So, what are we trying to say? The church marriage is the third type of marriage that we have. And because we belong to a particular religion, for instance, the Christians, we involve ourselves in this marriage. This marriage has to do with when you are a member of a particular church, or denomination, and when you're about to marry, they tell you that you have to pass through this marriage. And as such, because you are a member of that group, you now go through that wedding for the reverend or the bishop or the pastor or whoever to bless your marriage. And then you are now married. So that's the third marriage. But there is something about it that baffles me these days. The church sees you as not married if you have not done the white wedding, which is the Western cultural wedding in Africa. If you have not done it, they see you as not being married, whether you've done the traditional or you have done the church, which is not right. You are married traditionally, you are married. You are married in the registry made known by God, you are married. And then you are married in the church, which is the wedding. You are also married. But before you get into this one, there are people that gave birth to you. People took care of you. You came from somewhere. And that is why there is need for you to go and see your people to do the normal things for the traditional marriage. Like, for instance, I want to use myself as an example. I was about doing my marriage, the church called traditional, that is, and the white wedding. And my dad was giving me an issue because he's a traditionalist. He was, because he's late now. And I said, no longer do the traditional marriage, and that I had to cut off the traditional marriage. And when I went to my reverend, he told me that no, that without the traditional marriage, that the white wedding will not take place, because that is the basis from where you start from. Without your own people blessing you, that the church will not be part of it. So I had to go back and I did the traditional marriage. And then there's another part of it. I used to have a friend, he's late now, who has been married traditionally for 28 years, and he belongs to a particular denomination. After 28 years, the church said his marriage is not blessed and he has to come for church blessing. That's the wedding before his marriage can be blessed. A man that has 6 children with his wife, 4 of the kids are already, in fact, one has finished university, the other ones, 3 are in the universities, and other ones are in secondary school. And the church said he has to go in for church wedding for his marriage to be blessed, just because they want to give him a deacon, a post, which is the one that will now work. And he didn't have the money. It was like running up helter skelter. I told him, you are married already, your marriage is blessed. Don't mind these people. He said, that's what the church wants, that he has to do it. And he went about borrowing money and doing all sorts of things. And at the end of the day, he did the wedding and kept on paying credits till last year that he died. So, and then there's another part that the church brought into the system. They now saw that the weddings were not lasting and are not holding ground. They have to now go and bring in the registry and attach it to the church wedding, which is the white wedding. Maybe you don't have the intention of going to court because you've already gotten 1 or 2 ideas about the what they call it, registry. And then the church now coined it into the white wedding. And then they say without the court, the registry, they cannot wed you. And then they now force people into doing the court, the registry, which is not also right. So many things are involved in this, especially in this wedding. If you are married, you are married, whether traditional, church, or court. No one should cajole you into doing what is not right. So I want to say, if there's anything we want to talk about, just put it down at the comment section so that we can discuss on it. I want the upcoming ones to know their right from their left. Let men not push you into doing what is not right, so that you can live happily. Your happiness depends on the both of you, not in any other thing. So that's the little I can say about the white wedding, or the church, or the Western wedding, as they will call it, which is infused to the church or the body of Christ, as we call it. Thank you.